What is up? Welcome to another episode of Future Watch presented by Dine Sports. My name is Derek Lee. As always, this is the late great Bobby Ross, and on today's episode, we're going to be analyzing the game of the best defenseman in the class. That's right, I'm talking about none other than David Jiříček. Let's get into it. Czechia defenseman David Jiříček has long been considered a top defenseman for his age. He's played against men for quite some time now, even as a 16-year-old in the Czechia Extraliga. He's spent the majority of the last 2 years in that league playing full-time against men at just 17 and 18 years old. This season, he scored 5 goals, 6 assists for 11 points in 29 games with HC Plzeň. He was also part of the Czechia World Junior team, picking up an assist in the one game that he played before suffering a pretty major knee injury that set him back from the World Juniors, which was eventually canceled. He missed the next several months after that after having a surgery on that knee, but he's since recovered and he looks fully recovered and good to go. Let's take a quick peek at Jiricek's InStat page to see what we need to pull from it. I won't waste too much time on this, but he's going to be jersey number 5 in the video clips, 45 when he's playing for Czechia, of course, from the Czech Republic. He has an 03 birthday, so he is actually on the older end of the scale, just about 3 months shy of being eligible for last year's draft. So quite a bit older than some other players in the draft. He's 6'3", but only 190 pounds. So he's got a lot of room to grow in that 6'3" frame. Let's start out with what I love most about his game, and that's easy. It's his shooting ability. Jiricek has an absolute cannon of a clap bomb. It's probably the hardest in the draft, deadly accurate, and he always shoots in motion. What I mean by that is you'll see how he likes to take a couple of strides toward the net before unloading his lethal shot. Jiricek uses a full windup on the slap shot, but it doesn't hinder his ability to get the shot off quickly. He widens his base and uses that full swing pendulum and is great at locking out that power arm and keeping the bottom arm straight as he follows through on the puck. We uncovered the Brad Lambert slice, and much of that is due to his inability to keep that power arm straight when following through the motion of the slap shot. Jiricek, on the other hand, has a perfect technique.
Die wollen da was ganz Bestimmtes spielen.
Und sie machen den Treffer zum 2:0.
Here's a quick look at that forward motion that I mentioned earlier.
Ничего себе! Ничего себе!
Rozhrávač téhle přesilovky, ale Kotouč si bere červenka na pravou stranu. Jiříček bude pálit a dává gól. David Jiříček! První branka v národním týmu, takhle začínají velké kariéry. Jiříček dává gól, Plzeň vede 1-0. Si vyhraná v hazování.
Jiricek's good offensive awareness enables him here to know that there's a gap between him and the D. He moves into his shot and still gets it through to the net. I love this play. It's in 3-on-3 OT. He's going to transition the puck up the ice, beat the defender, and then freeze frame. If he had the fake clapper here, he would full Jason Spezza, but I love how he changed his angle up and almost put it far side on the goalie. Jiricek plays his game with a ton of deception, and he's always in motion, as I mentioned earlier. His mobility, though, really does help his ability to get shots through to the net. And we're going to see it on these next couple of plays.
За что зацепиться в третьем периоде и продолжает вот так вот вести шайбу на пятак, искать свои шансы там.
И вот, пожалуйста, еще один опасный момент.
Netrefil Kotouč v dobré pozici. Teď něco podobného předvedl také Jan Šlajs. Přitom vykombinované to bylo dobré. Pozor, tohle je už gol, který dává David Jiříček.
Just having the ability to get the shot to the net is the most important aspect of an offensive defenseman's job in today's NHL. Jiricek often uses deception, hesitation, and his overall mobility to get shots to the net.
Ze střídačky Budějovic a na druhé straně Jiříček obrovské.
Here's another look at Jiricek's ability to get the shot through to the net through layers of traffic, and we'll have a look at the goalie's perspective on that shot as well. Anytime you could marry great size with great speed, you're likely looking at a scout's dream defenseman. Jiricek is certainly a catalyst. He generates great acceleration from his crossovers, has better than average agility for a 6'3" frame. He demonstrates good strength in his legs and balance, giving him the capability to fight through checks in motion or along the boards. His top speed is already a weapon and will likely get even faster with time as he builds the strength to support his lengthy frame.
Jiříček. Jiříček se rozhodl, že si sám
Тихий, шайбу россияне потеряли. Jiricek двигается вперед.
Se dostává hned do té první trojky a už má puk. Je na ledě společně se Šlajzem a Bulířem.
Jiricek doesn't shy away from the physical game whatsoever. He gets involved physically whenever he can, whether it's a board battle like we're seeing here, or a big open ice collision like on this play, which he will try to do from time to time. Most often though, Jiricek is initiating effective body positioning and pivots, and just using his frame as a tool to separate an opponent from the puck. I did find something somewhat interesting, maybe concerning, when doing my deep dive into his physical game. I wouldn't call Jiricek a dirty player per se, but if he is beat wide, he does have a strong tendency to stick his knee out from time to time, and that's something he's going to have to clean up.
Пауэр на вираже. Сбрасывает с себя игрока чешской команды. Хороший силовой прием. Все поправил.
Perhaps my favorite element to Jiricek's defensive game is his overall aggressiveness and anticipation in the neutral zone. He's so good at reading plays before they develop and then quickly leading his team to a transition opportunity offensively. I love that as a defenseman, he's almost always thinking offense.
Stále ze 13. minuty, 13. letošním gólem Michala Bulíře vedou 1-0. Tohle byl
Here's a great example of how he anticipates the pass and quickly intercepts the puck before the play can develop.
Jiříček dobře pozičně. Torel, Gustav Torel a tady je.
I was initially thinking that perhaps the larger ice surface in Europe gave him the extra time he needed to read and react to plays in the neutral zone, but he has several examples across multiple levels of competition and ice dimensions. Jiricek is equally great when defending the rush. Here we're going to have a look at his excellent gap control.
Posléze až skončí tahle útočná akce.
He has such a long reach, and it really does assist him with his gap control as well. Here we're going to see a couple of great stick plays from Jiricek.
Plán se do zakončení nedostal. A je tady znovu Vítkovická iniciativa v době, kdy už
Even with his great stick and great gap control defending the rush, he can get overly aggressive at times, and it could lead to mistakes like this one. Jiricek's overall positional awareness is the area that I think he needs to improve the most. Here we can see he plays this 2-on-2 play, similar to how he should play a 2-on-1 play. Here's another example of him being overly aggressive and losing his positioning completely. Jiricek just needs to add that refinement to his defensive game. Here he's going to get caught reaching in again, and the puck is laid past him, once again resulting in a goal against. Here he's going to get caught puck watching, and actually the guy he's staring at is already covered by a forward, and he loses the most dangerous player heading to the net. As an offensive-minded defenseman, Jiricek loves to pinch in and join the rush, but it does come with a risk, as you can see here. Overall, David Jiříček is the defenseman in the class with the highest upside. He doesn't have the kind of polish that his arch-rival Simon Nemec has, but what he does lack in production, he more than makes up for with his toolkit. He's bigger, he's equally fast, he has a much harder shot and plays extremely aggressive. He has a great first pass and he's dangerous in transition. Compared to Nemec, he's the far more physical guy and many scouts see him as being the better player down the road.
Nice. Hej. A plzeňští a znovu získávají kotouč. Jiříček už je před stezkou.
Jiříček. Zkusil to z ostrého úhlu a zkusil to dobře. Ještě jednou David Jiříček. Jeho první extraligový gól. 2-1 pro Plzeň. Vytouch i Raška si hledají pozici, ale Rakušané zase stažení před Varanešice. Jiříček. A je to gól. Byl tam odraz, tuším, od Poše. Možná i od někoho.
Spolupráce v trojuhelníku mezi plzeňskými hráči a rána, kterou vysílá David Jiříček, skončila za zády Branislava Konráda.
David Škůrek, ovšem Káňa přihrávku nedostal a teď David Jiříček nakonec se dostal až do zakončení a zvyšuje na 9-1.
Let me know how you see this one playing out. Do you go with the player who's probably better and closer to his ceiling right now in Simon Nemec? Or are you going to take a swing on Jiricek's upside and hope that he eventually passes Nemec down the road? This has been another episode of Future Watch presented by Dine Sports. We're powered by InStat Hockey. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Derek Lee. That's the late, great Bobby Ross, and we'll see you next time.